Starting soon, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Popeye weekend, texted by Radio News, Sons of Liberty Riders MC. Now it is 11/16, February 21st, 2026. My name is Butch Popeye Moss. And yes, we come to you today talking about the things that are going on in our country. And like the Supreme Court, who made a decision, but they didn't make it clear how all this works when they said that we can no longer, or Donald Trump can no longer do the tariffs on his own. Can't do it. But then again, there are workarounds on this. Yes, he can still do it. It's a little bit more complicated. And it doesn't need to be. and they left things undone. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. So, we're going to suffer the consequences for that. Does the Supreme Court hate Donald Trump? Do they hate us for electing him? Just what is it? Because now it's a mess. But then again, that's what Democrats want, is a mess. Chaos is what they want. But at the end of the day, we can still do tariffs. And there are other things that the president can do. And he will, because he's on our side, not on the side of some left-wing groups or underground groups. That's what I'm saying. But let's continue with our show for today, and it's really not about the Supreme Court. First of all, I want to welcome everybody back to Texas Biker Radio News. And this is a look around this country. So they say people are fired up. Are they? People are paying attention. Are they? And the people are tired of being talked down to. Are they? So, on this channel, we're not radicals. We're not extremists. We're citizens who care about this country and the way it's headed. And today, we're talking about divisions. We're talking about schools. We're talking about elections. And the directions of America is what today's subjects are. It's incredible, and I just, let me get back to something here. I clicked it by, I clicked the wrong damn thing. There we go. Let me get back in here. Oh, gosh. So, here we go. We're getting there. I hate it when a glitch happens. So, yeah, here we go. I'm getting to my spot. I'm sorry, everybody. So, getting back to it, let's start off with with education. When education becomes activism, yeah. So let's start in the classroom. Parents across the country are asking these simple questions. Are schools teaching math? Are they teaching reading? Are they teaching science? Or are they teaching activism? Yeah. Are they teaching them to be good little communists? You're just wondering. You know, this isn't about a science debate or our priorities. When parents feel like education is becoming political and tensions arise. So, yeah. I mean, you have to look at what's going on in our area. You have to look at what's happening here across the DFW area. Schools are closing. Enrollment is down in some districts. Many of them. Families are being told their kids have to be bused across town. And when communities feel like their neighborhood schools are disappearing, gone, the meetings at the PTA and other school board meetings, they get hot. Parents show up. Voices get raised. Emotions boil over. Oh, yeah. It happens. It happens. It's insanity is what it is. So, yeah, it's things like this right here. You can't just shut down our school. We don't want our kids bused across town. They come with their signs and all kinds, and it's diverse. Oh, yeah. Things get hot. But somehow, we don't mind them high school kids marching outside and because the teachers have told them to do it. The teachers have turned them into mindless robots, activists, good little communists, whatever tag you want to put on it. That's what they're doing. They're not getting an education, baby, not a real education. So what do? They storm out of the school. They run to a store, and in this case, I guess it was a Kroger store. And this, they go in, they go to the place where they have beer, and they start throwing beer all over the store. And yelling and screaming and carrying on about ice. They didn't do this on their own. They do this because of their teachers and teacher unions. This is the reason they're doing that. They're grooming. They're groomers. The teachers are. And these unions, they're groomers. Every bit as bad as pedophiles is what I say. It's incredible. And the people are mad. They don't like what they see. They don't like it. And who can blame them? Who can blame them? But what we got going on outside of the children, teenagers, oh yeah, they're being turned to be left-wing thugs when they do this kind of stuff. But moving on, everybody. Moving on. It's red versus blue. Yeah, red versus blue migration. So, across the country, we're watching the migration patterns shift. Some cities are struggling with homelessness. They're struggling with crime. And yes, they're struggling with business flight. Can you say California? Can you say New York? Can you say Chicago? The blue states are in decline for all of those reasons I just mentioned. They're getting the hell out of Dodge because they've had it. It's no longer affordable, but the hopes are they don't take their damn politics with them. They're packing up in U-Hauls and moving to places they believe are safer, more comfortable, and more stable. None of this is a political slogan. It's going to be census data. People not only vote with ballots, they vote with their feet, is what they do. Incredible, everybody. It's going on right now before our eyes. In blue states, all these people can do, they have no policies. They have nothing that's working. All they can do is watch their state and cities decline. And all they can do is bitch about Donald Trump and conservatives and whoever else. And they want retribution, maybe. Let me tell you, if you put this back into their hands, like going on right now, in this midterm, when you go to vote, you better think about what you're doing if you're going to vote for the Democrat side, because they don't plan on doing what's right for America. They plan on retribution is what they plan on. And you can take that to the bank. So, it's incredible. Incredible. And what they will do, they will destroy it all. And it's in my view, that the retribution will tear all our gains that we've had under Donald Trump. They will take us backwards right into the Biden era. And you know what that was? Inflation, economic stagnation. America first, no longer. It's everybody else, including illegal immigrants. That's what will happen if you put the Congress back into their damn hands. And you know I'm right. You do. So when we go to the polls, and yeah, there's a debate about election integrity. Rules matter, everybody. They matter. Verification matters, everybody. Trust matters. And when the people feel the system isn't secure, confidence drops. And satire aside, the real issue is transparency and trust. Because once the people lose faith in the election, everything else fractures. So here we are. Schools are under pressure. Communities are divided. Cities are changing. Elections are contested. But everybody Here's what matters. If we can, we settle this at the ballot box. Not in the streets, not by shouting at each other. America's strength isn't that we agree, it's that we debate, we vote, and we move forward. But there's one side that don't want to move forward. They don't. So yeah. In the end, we've got education versus activism, school closures, school closures and angry parents, red versus blue migration, two lines at the polls, election integrity debate. That's what we're left with. And it's like I said, and this is our message for this little podcast this morning. Oh, and I want to let you know I did do a digital version of this. We'd appreciate it if you'd watch it and see what you think. Let me know. That's where we're at. And you need to pass the word. Do you want to go back to the Biden era? Or do you want to look to the future? A future for our children. We certainly don't want them to be, well, we certainly don't, we want America first, is what we want. And that's the right thing to do, although Democrats won't admit it. But here's one thing for sure. Democrats want voter ID. They know what they're trying to do. There were millions and millions of people brought into this country, not of this country, that are not eligible to vote. And it needs to stay that way until we get all this worked out. There may be how do I want to say it? They want, or we want, this to get worked out. And if some of them can stay, yes, the criminals have to go. But we better have a roaring economy to come out of all this mess. And that is not going to happen with Democrats in charge. You've already seen the effects of that. You don't want that again. You don't want it. If inflation is down, gas prices are down, the economy is on the upswing, and you want to put it back in their hands, you're out of your freaking mind. I'm sorry. I used to be a Democrat, but that changed when I figured them out as a younger man. I've been on both sides of the aisle, and I know what they are. And yeah, at times, both sides are out of whack. And I will tell you right now, the Supreme Court has been out of whack for over a decade. Especially when Roberts got on the scene. I'm just saying, I don't believe those should be lifetime appointments. But that'll take a constitutional change, I do believe. With that, everybody, this is Butch Popeye Moss, Texas Biker Radio News, Sons of Liberty Riders MC, and Schmuck Nation. Have a great day. I'm going to, in spite of everything that's going on, vote the right way. It's your children's future that is at stake. Bye-bye.